Welcome back, welcome back. Of course, this is our final segment for today, and it's all about an entrepreneurship hub. We have with us Briheda Haylock. She's an artist, an art instructor, no stranger, no stranger at all to us. We also have Ashanti Eagleton. She's a nail technician. And then we have Tanya Danderson. She's the coordinator for YE?
Entrepreneurship and on-the-job skills training.
Youth entrepreneurship and on-the-job training. Yeah. Welcome, guys, to the show. So let's talk about this entrepreneurship hub, what it's all about.
Well, the Department of Youth Services, we love working with youth by just their name. Yeah. But we did a survey, and from the survey, we gathered information especially pertaining to entrepreneurs, and we noted that one of the areas that they were lacking in is one, training. And with the COVID pandemic, while we were booming with innovation, we needed to know how to do things a little differently and set up ourselves more professionally. And so the Entrep Hub offers our entrepreneurs both a space, an operational space, as well as the training needed to push their businesses to the next level.
It's like a foundation.
Yes.
They needed that, and so their business could be properly grounded, right?
Right.
Different types of businesses emerged from the COVID pandemic, and you found that a lot of people basically showcased that, you know what, they were innovative. They weren't sitting down and just taking it. No, they were fighting back. So let's talk about that, like some of the businesses that you saw popping up, and really the younger people actually made a surge during the pandemic, right?
Well, the Department of Youth Services, we have a directory of different youth businesses, and for this week, we've been out meeting with some of our youth entrepreneurs, and we have met quite some interesting and very, very inspiring individuals. Yeah. At our hub, we have various services being offered, from tutoring, we have sewing, we have nail technician and training, we have art services, we have the food that is coming on stream, we have the smoothies and the cold pressed juices. We also have, what am I missing? I am sorry. How could I miss the salon? Oh, yes. My gosh. We have salon services, pedicure services. It's open to the public.
No, this is the hub that was launched recently, correct?
Yes.
All right.
At Magazine Road.
Yes.
Magazine
Yeah,
Road.
I remember.
Yes. Okay.
Listen, they've been doing catering already for a lot of different events and all of that, and it's good.
So let's talk about since then, since the launch to now, and how what the experience has been like.
Well, I think the best people to talk about that would be
because I did try what you thought. I say who and get up first and say something.
Briheda.
Well, for me, as an artist, I don't have my studio space, so this is amazing. This is an amazing step for me coming back into the industry. Like, the rent is super affordable, and like I have a space. Like, I could see everything that I had planned out for myself that would be on a 5-year goal plan has now reduced to, okay, maybe next year, because I'm adjusting to having a space. I was not prepared to have a space this quickly. So it's like, okay, figuring out how to use space. They even provided us with interns. I'm like, I'm not ready for an intern. Like, that was a
next level.
Yes. So like,
you are ready.
For me, yes, I am. But for me, I changed the language, because to me that was a suffocating thing. My business isn't about hierarchy or anything. It's about being yourself, being genuine. We're equals when we're working together. So I changed the dynamic between us. This is like my little sister. And with that relationship, I'm teaching her things. So I asked her, how can we make the space more youth-friendly? And she's like, putting up like positive words. So I made that her task. And I noticed she was doing like a Pollock kind of technique. So I went in and I showed her how to make it more fun. And by the time she was done, I'm like, that is your piece. Now let's focus on doing something for the room, you know, like building that relationship. And I'm getting to know her too. So it's great. Like, I'm having fun, and I can't wait to develop my vision out of the hub.
The thing is about being challenged is that it creates resistance, that creates muscles and strength, and it creates growth. So when you're placed in a space, for example, like not even thinking that, oh, wow, I have my own space, and then you're trusted into that area, and then another challenge is presented to you. Well, now you have an intern, and then you're like, all right, I have to figure this one out. And as you figure it out, you grow and you begin to realize, but wait, I could do more than I thought I would be able to do at this time, because I had plans for 5 years, etc.
Yes, like 5 years of struggle. Because like the artist life is not easy. You know, for me it's like, you know, once in a while you get a big jobs, you do little things, but like for me, this year I said I was going to invest in understanding business, because my line of work is more social activism. I have a big heart, and sometimes I'm giving away my talent for free. So I have to stop that. I just stopped that this year.
we can't do that no more.
No.
Honestly, because you're super talented. We've seen this, and I feel like now it gives you, although it may come across disruptive, it gives you a platform to just bloom even bigger.
Yes,
than you've already.
and I'm so appreciative for the opportunity, because like I'm on this little journey trying to figure things out all over again. But I'm not starting from scratch. I know where to go.
Starting from experience?
Yes. So I went to the youth department to see how I could have an after-school program. And they're like, we have a program here where you can have your own like studio space. So it's like, I got more than what I was looking
Imagine
for.
that, and it started with seeking out, right, opportunity. But I want to jump to Ashanti and talk a bit about what the experience has been like for you at the hub, some of the challenges, some of the learning experiences and growth as well.
Well, it has been very rewarding, to be completely honest. I was already in the right frame of mind when I got on board, to be honest, because as much as I have been in the industry for 13 years, being a nail technician, I'm sure a lot of people would want to say, well, you've been doing nails for so long, how come you don't have this or you don't have that, right? So you do have to factor in that sometimes learning from other people's experiences, and with life not being like smooth, you know, because you could see somebody but you don't know what they're going through. But if you have a dream and you have a vision, you got to go for it. You can't give up. So when I got introduced to the hub, it was literally at a point in my time, it was before devastation for me personally. Because I have, we all struggle with a lot of different personal issues. It's not easy being an entrepreneur, a single mom at that too, and you know, you're trying to hold everything together, right? So you really, really have to consider the opportunity at hand, because, for instance, I couldn't, as much as I wanted to, do this and that and that. I still had other problems I had to focus on. But coming out of those problems and then being introduced to the hub.
You know, Briheda said something earlier that, like, you know what, it's a space, it's affordable, and it now gives you place
leverage.
It
gives you that leverage that you need to propel yourself further.
And then Ms. Tanya
but
was
that's not the
about
best part, to be honest. That's not the best part about the hub. The best part about the hub is being interactive with the other businesses, the other entrepreneurs. Because the purpose of the hub is to build a connection, basically a chain of networking.
Of course.
Right? So what I'm trying to say is, being that we're the first to usher this to many, it is a huge responsibility for all of us to work together, because we want them to see that it works. You know, you need other business within the business industry. So
You know, I remember doing that story when the opening, and I know that it spoke to, you know what, this is just the first set of persons who would have access. The goal is that, you know what, in this year that you are there, you're able to develop to the point that you'd be able to go off on your own, and then another cohort would be able to access that space, and then and so it's like an ecosystem that is being created, and then it just transitions, like and they help you to grow, like you know, to develop,
and that's
right?
nice because I'm in another business program, but I was utilizing the space and what it's for to help me write my business plan, because it's overwhelming for me to use that side of my brain, the business side, because as an artist, I don't care about this stuff. I just want to be creative, but like I'm disciplining myself to learn. I have to, because I don't have anyone to do this for me. So like I'm disciplining myself and putting in that effort, and they also provide training for us too, to like reinforce that we're going on the right path. And I love the support in the training too, because then I feel with everyone that I'm not alone. Because when you're doing your own thing, you feel so lonely because nobody gets you. But like to have an environment where everyone has like, they're ambitious, they have this vision that they want to accomplish, so you feel like you have like a sisterhood, because right now it's a lot of women like in the house. So like you have this community that gets you. You don't feel so lonely.
Yeah.
I know she said sisterhood just now, but getting men involved, let's talk about that. Are they too stepping up, coming to the fore, Ms. Tanya?
Well, we want to encourage them to do just that. We have a space for barbering. Let me just advertise. We have a space for the barber, and we welcome both male and female. It's not, you know, just for the women. We want to encourage youth entrepreneurs in general to come out and be a part of this. Let's work together. Let's thrive together.
What I really appreciate is the community.
Yes.
And the buy-in that both these young ladies have so wonderfully displayed. The way they've expressed themselves is inspiring. To know that something like this has been launched so recent.
It's been a month.
A month.
Yes.
And already we're seeing this type of conversations where Ashanti could say, this is working, and we want to show others that this works. I mean, it's like almost as if you've taken that vision, placed it upon them, and now they're running with it. And like you could say, my job is finished here. Only take over the entrepreneurship hub. Only do the thing.
If only.
But I mean, it says to me that there's a lot on your shoulders at the Department of Youth to basically ensure that this is upkept, that this continues into the future. Let's talk a bit about that responsibility and the commitment that you guys, the executive over there, have towards these entrepreneurs.
Yes. Like I was explaining to them just earlier, we're about building. We're about building community. And apart from what we do at the hub, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, making connections with partners, going out seeking opportunities for our entrepreneurs in both funding, training, in whatever area, expo. And these are some of the areas that we are currently working on. We welcome our partners, anybody interested in youth work that is interested in building on, you know, especially youth entrepreneurs. This is an all hands on deck kind of work.
Does it make a difference having this hub at this year headquarters, correct?
No, this is not the headquarters.
This is not the headquarters.
This is just one of our service areas.
Does it make a difference having this youth hub in one space and having all these entrepreneurs in one space at a hub? Does it make a difference in terms of how you do your trainings and the approach you take to developing these entrepreneurs versus having to find entrepreneurs at different places and invite them in to do trainings and workshops?
This Entrep Hub is actually our pilot program. So right now, the mere fact that we have our entrepreneurs together and we're a community. Right now we're a sisterhood, but we're looking for the guys. You know, but yes, it does help. But we're not limited to just the city, and I want to just stress that. The Department of Youth Services, we extend our reach to every district. In fact, we serve in 9 municipalities, and we're doing just that, step by step moving forward.
I think one of the things is that it's a one-stop shop for everything. So you go there and you'll be able to access different services and almost like a commercial center. I don't know why I think that's a great idea for a commercial center. You know, that you go to a place and
One
there are
stop.
different services that you can get. Go get your nails done if you want to look at art and see what you can get in terms of art. If you want to cut your hair at the same time.
If you want to learn a trade even.
You can go to this one spot and they will provide you with all of that. You want to get some catering done, they can provide it for you, and it's reasonably priced. I think it's a great initiative. We need to see more things like these.
Yes, we do.
And I think it was only 14, it was 14 different entrepreneurs,
It was
right?
12.
12? Sorry, 12. Imagine in the next 2-3 years, you're going to have 36. You know? And so I think it's a foundation, a great foundation for these entrepreneurs.
And Dwayne, speaking about the future, I wanted to ask both Ashanti and Briheda how this opportunity has opened up your minds to future possibilities when it comes to your business.
So, I have always been a big dreamer, right? So, I don't believe in limiting yourself, and if you're capable in whatever area, go for it. And don't settle for one thing, but you have to know what's going to build the rest of other priorities business-wise, right? Basically for me, for instance, just in this 1 month alone of being in the hub and being able to gain as much knowledge that I have gained so far within the trainings and everything, we covered marketing, we built websites, we did business plans, all of that. So it really helps you to literally gain more knowledge about the business world, because you don't really know. You could have a skill, you want to dive into the business world, but you don't know how it operates. Now you could do it like me, the hard way, right? Where you just you want to do it, you just dive into it, and you just let experience be your best teacher, right? So there is pros and cons to it. The only thing that I really want to stress is, as much as the opportunity is on the table for everybody, and it's not limited. There's so many opportunities for everybody. You have to put in the work.
Vested interest.
You have to be willing and ready to put in the work. Either you have always been willing and ready and able, but you just haven't been around the right people, the right place, the right timing, you know. So when that comes, you gotta be ready, because the thing is, the universe have a funny way of working. It's gonna give you exactly what you want, but you have to be ready. You know, you gotta be ready.
And that's the winning mindset that you must have. That even when you come across challenges, you use that challenge as an opportunity to grow. You don't say, "Oh man, another challenge here. I go again. Poor me. The universe is just against me and everybody's against me. I'll give up." No, you take that and you use that to strengthen your mind. Let's talk about how this has opened up for you the thought of future possibilities for you and your
Well,
business.
for me, I'm excited that I got to start. Well, I started my art program. So I did summer camp this year. Well, summer camp this summer. So I was super excited about it because I was taking on my approach, which is fun, helping kids understand how to use paint and like understanding. Because my thing that I want to break in the art industry is art isn't just copy and paste. I want to have people connect more with their feelings and stuff. So like, I'm training the kids how to do that, as well as understanding how to use the paint. So they had a fun summer understanding the concept of the paint, learning how to make values, mix their secondary and tertiary colors, as well as play with the paint, because the goal wasn't a final product, but it was for them to understand how to. Because then when I do my after school program, we're going to get more in details with that. But my main thing was, I want people to learn how to connect with what they're doing, be self-aware with their emotions and their feelings, because I find as an artist, the more self-aware I am, the better the work that I could do, like the better that I can conceptualize, where is this coming from, how am I feeling, how am I connecting, you know. So that's what I'm teaching my students. And it's only over time as an artist you get to identify that within yourself. So if I could teach them at a younger age, imagine how amazing they're going to be when they're my age, you know.
I love it.
So like that's my big thing. So look out, we're going to have our after school program. Sign up your kids.
Take advantage
All
of
right.
it.
I
Yes.
just want to share something
ahead.
really amazing that happened recently. So again, it's just been 1 month, and I've only been offering my classes to everybody countrywide, and of course I had always had a big mind to think farther than that, right? But before you could get there, you have to creep before you could.
Yeah.
So I've been training for 3 years, going on 4, and I recently got an opportunity to train somebody that is in America coming in, and she has booked for an entire month. So when I tell you doors are opening, doors are opening. So the hub is really a game changer. That's all I can say.
Wonderful.
Yeah,
Well,
I love
ladies,
that.
thank you all so much for joining us
Yeah.
this morning. It's been a pleasure, and we'll look forward to see more men joining this community.
Yeah,
Yes,
because
yes,
you know,
yes.
I really do want to train guys too. You know,
Of
you do have
nail
nail technicians
technician.
that are guys.
Of course.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I might take up your class.
They need the barbering. They need people who can barber.
We're
you
looking
know,
for somebody in
yeah.
the area of graphic design.
graphic
nice,
design
nice,
as
nice
well.
as well.
Wonderful. All right, so thank you all once
Yeah.
again. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you too.
Thank you.
All right, so with that, we'll take a final break and we will be right back for wrap up. Stay tuned.